say congratulations. Work so hard, forgot how to vacation.
So here's more MLB The Show 17 content, and today it's Colorado Rockies franchise mode. The first time here in Coors Field, the 2-2 record going against the LA Dodgers today in Coors Field. So Coors Field, the best overall ballpark to go and hit home runs, because it's just, I think it has like the lowest overall distance to the home run, either in left field and right field. So gotta watch for that though. Today we gotta go and abuse this ballpark, the limits you can actually abuse it to. So if you look in real life though, Coors Field was just went and re-signed by the Rockies for a 30-year lease worth $200 million. So the Rockies gonna be here for the next 30 years. And yeah, it's a great overall ballpark to go and play baseball in. And today, our starter is Scott Kazmir of the Dodgers. He's a lefty, 6 feet tall, 195, 33 years old, 12 years pro. Whereas he's facing off against the rookie himself, Jeff Hoffman, who's 24 years old, 6'5". This man is a beast. Hopefully he can go develop into the players we thought he was going to be when they traded him, or traded Tulo for him. So the starting line for the Dodgers, if Yasiel Puig leading them off, 417 is his batting average. Puig is a man you got to go and get out on the first at bat though. And Jeff Hoffman, last year he didn't really play that much, but he 0-4 record, a 4.88 ERA. This man has got to step up big this year, if at least he grows with every inning he pitches though, because he gets the more, development in his pitching. But today, Yasiel Puig leading them off today for them, and Puig's has been high in the air in the shallow left territory. That's our man David Dahl with the catch in left field for the first out of the day for the Rockies. So David Dahl, another one of those young players who hope develops very well in this franchise mode. But now here's a fly ball deep to left center field, and that's Charlie Blackmon on the run who makes the catch. A perfect catch there in left center field by our man Charlie Blackmon, the hero in the last game. Hit that 3-run home run, I believe, to go and get us that W last time around. But the Rockies starting lineup though this time around, Charlie Blackmon leading us off, DJ LeMahieu in second spot. We have Nolan Arenado and so on right after that. But Scott Kazmir coming out here today for the Dodgers. A 10-6 record last season, a 4.56 ERA. This man he's a man not to be reckoned with, basically. He's one of those overall pitchers that you think sucks on paper, but in game, he's pretty deadly. But he starts off today, striking out Charlie Blackmon right there with the slider outside the plate for the first out of the day for the Rockies. But out here, we have DJ LeMahieu smacking that one right in left field for a base hit as it drops right past the left field line. And that one, easily a stand-up double there for, or not even a stand-up double, he has to slide into second base here for DJ LeMahieu. So LeMahieu just smacked that one right in left field for the base hit, the first overall hit for the day for the Rockies. But there is Nolan Arenado chasing that ball there, and that one's going to be a strikeout to go get the second out of the inning right there. So out trots the shortstop, the deadly shortstop Trevor Story, but Story grabs it right at third baseman. The third baseman easily casually throws the first, gets the out, and ends off the bottom of the first right there for the Dodgers on defense. So leave him in scoring position, not how you want it to be, but this is just going to have to be how it is, as we go and lead off the top of the second with a base hit against Jeff Hoffman for the first hit of the day for the Dodgers. So it's Justin Turner getting on base here as Adrian Gonzalez, the man who's on my D's franchise mode for a brief period in the last series, but he hits right in left field for a base hit. So he's got 5 speed in the game. He's pretty slow, but he can get on base though. He's got diddly bad. Shots Logan Forsythe here for the Dodgers. 20 home runs last season, 52 RBI. He's not that bad of a player. He's kind of deadly when you need him to go and hit the baseball, but this time it's high in the air, deep left field. That's David Dahl with the catch, ends off. Thing right there, harm-free for our man Jeff Hoffman. So Hoffman, 2 hits against him so far, 1 hit for us for the Rockies. But here is Kazmir, that sinker action down and away, the first strikeout of the top of the second right there for, or the bottom of the second right there for the Dodgers. As now out trots Cargo, or man, but Cargo actually goes and gets walked in the set-bat for the first walk of the game for Scott Kazmir. So runner first here, 1 out here in this inning as Dustin Garneau, our catcher, coming on here to the righty. Garneau, he's not that good at hitting, but this time patient at the plate and gets that walk. He draws the walk. Now 2 runners on, both did the walks here in this inning. So runner first here and second here with only 2 outs, but this time we still gonna miss there with, I believe that is our man Jeff Hoffman, who swings and misses it there and off right there for the Rockies. So one pitcher strikes out to another, and here it is Scott Kazmir striking out to Jeff Hoffman. So Jeff Hoffman just struck out against Kazmir, and Kazmir struck out against Hoffman. So I'm pretty sure they're fair right now when it comes to that department. But anyway, next minute up, it's a right and left field for a base hit right after that strikeout by Kazmir. So leaves us at 1 runner on with 1 out here for the Dodgers, as they grind it right to our man DJ back to our man Story back to Ian Desmond for the double play and off thing right there for the Dodgers. So take a look at this one though in the cinematics, as I just want to use these cinematics a little bit more here, just going to show off these cool dual plays you pull off here in the gameplays. But right here, you're gonna hit this one right in left field there for a base hit and more, as that's Charlie Blackmon perfectly placing that one right down there on third base. And that one is going to be a double for Charlie Blackmon on that hit. So, perfect play there by Charlie Blackmon. He's basically precisely hit that one right in the third base, though. That's like one of the closest plays I've ever seen on the left field foul line. Let's take a look at that one in the cinematics. So close to going foul, but just fair on that play. So, shots to Nolan Arenado, who gets cheated on that changeup right in the corner there for the strikeout for Kazmir. So, some of these calls kind of, I guess that one's kind of fair. I guess it caught the corner, but still struck good for Nolan Arenado. And guess what? A sinker in the exact same place for Trevor Story. 2 strikes in a row for Kazmir and Hoffman right there for the Dodgers. So, get you there 2 times as run 2 outs here, nobody on. As Adrian Gonzalez hits it right down the left field foul line with nobody there due to the defensive positioning. And that one, an easily a stand-up double. Oh, you actually need to slide there for a double for Adrian Gonzalez. So Gonzalez, when he could hit, he could precisely put it down on the field, and he used the defensive positioning to his favor right there to go and get that double. But guess what? Another double here for the Dodgers, and Adrian Gonzalez rounding third. He's going to score to make this one a 1-0 game for the Dodgers in the 4th inning. So we're right down here in this game. We got to go come back sometime, as man, Adrian Gonzalez deadly in that one, and then the double right after that one by Andre Ethier. So Ethier getting that double, back-to-back doubles, deadly for the Dodgers, and now we're down 1 run. But here, Nolan Arenado fielding the ground ball. The guns at first, gets the out and ends off. Thinking right there for the Rockies. So we execute the inning with allowing only 1 run here with a run on second. But guess what? We strike out in the very next play here with David Dahl sitting down. Then Adrian Gonzalez sitting down there. Back-to-back strikeouts there by Kazmir. And guess what? Right after this one, a swing and a miss, a stroke at the side there by Kazmir as Ian Desmond sits down. And that changeup is so filthy from Kazmir. It's so underrated in this game. But right here, Jeff Hoffman walking the first batter he sees there in this inning. Runner first here, 0 outs. But guess what? Kazmir lays down the bunt, and it works perfectly as we cannot get the runner at second, so we just get the force at first to make it a runner. Now moved up to second base here with only 1 here in this inning. Guess what? Yasiel Puig, one of their power hitters, coming on, but Yasiel, it's a right and right field for a base hit, and we're going to go and hold the runner at third base here, make it runners on the corners here with only 1 here in this inning. So we're going to hold him here top of the 5th as he hit it right down the center field for a base hit, and Morat scores 1 run. An RBI single there by the Dodgers. And guess what? Runners on second and first here with only 1 here once again as Jock Peterson drives in that run. So now 1 here as they hit right in right field, right past Ian Desmond for a base hit and more. Actually not going to hold him to only a base hit there. So bases loaded here with only 1 here in this inning. And Jeff Hoffman gets the keys out of here. So Jeff Hoffman, a decent overall day, I guess. He was alright, but until this inning, he just basically combusted here. He exploded in this inning. But here's Jordan Walden, our first free agent pickup here of the season. 4.5 ERA with the Rockies so far. So he better play well for us and get us out of this scrum we have right now. But here's a wild pitch here by Walden on the second pitch of the game. That scores 1 run easily, and that moves up the runner to second base here and third. And now we're down by 3 now in this inning. But guess what? He strikes at the very next batter. But that's Justin Turner sitting down there for the strikeout. So he gets made up slightly for that wild pitch, but next bat up pops one high in the air, right in right field. That's gonna be easy play there for Cargo. Makes the play, makes the catch, ends off. Thing right there for the Rockies. So we let 1 run there on that wild pitch to make it a 3-0 lead there for the Dodgers. So hitting to the bottom of the 5th inning here for the Rockies. 0 outs here as Garneau gonna lead us off here. The leadoff walk here in this inning, exactly what you want if you want to go and make a comeback. So Otrots Jordan Perry with the pinch hitting for Jordan Wallen. But guess what? Pera smacks going right to right field for a base hit here and possibly more, just based on the fact he's got 71 speed. And now Garneau, he's hitting third base here, and guess what? He's rounding third, he's hitting home, he's chancing in this one, and it looks like Garneau slides into home plate here with a run. Makes this one, I believe, a 3-1 game here in the 5th, and an RBI double for Pera on that play. So Pera, right when you need to eat him, he smacks it right in right field there. Nobody there for the double to go and give us one. Only a 3-1 lead for the Dodgers. So we cut it down to 2 runs here in the 5th. As now we do have Charlie Blackmon on, but Matt Blackmon hits it right in right fielder, and it goes right past the first baseman there for a base hit here, but they hold the runner at third base. Now there's runners on corners here with only 0 outs here in this inning. We can capitalize big if you want to in this inning to go and make a comeback. So we're only down by 2 here. It looks like a DJ LeMahieu at the plate, but guess what? Blackmon tries running to second base here, stealing second. He's thrown out, he's out of here, and now there's 1 out here in the inning with only a runner on third base. So Blackmon, Terrible idea to go and steal second base here, but now we do have DJ LeMahieu, who's caught on strike 3 on the changeup. He's here with the strikeout, and now one runner on third base here with 2 outs as Nolan Arenado comes on to go and hit for the Rockies, but Nolan gets walked on this play as he's patient at the plate. So just runners at the corners, 2 outs here in the inning for guess who? Trevor Story coming to play here, the power hitter at shortstop. Let's see what he can do, and Trevor hits it high and deep to right field, way back. Gather around, kids, it's story time. Home run, Trevor Story, and that's a huge exclamation mark for the Rockies here in this inning. So huge home run for Trevor Story's first home run of the season, and it's a big one as that gets us a lead here in the 5th inning. So 3-run shot straight to right field, and now finally we have a lead here in this game with the first home run of the season for our man Trevor Story, the first of many this season too, as his 394-footer straight to right field, and finally we have our first home run in Coors Field in this franchise mode. So huge home run there by Trevor Story, one of the best shortstops in the league, up and coming shortstops in the league, as that one is just way deep. He even had to use that alternate camera there to go and show how deep that baseball is in Coors Field and how big of a hit that was for Trevor Story. And Story admiring that one with that classy bat flip there, and just gonna go and trot the bases there to make this one a 4-3 game for Colorado in the 5th inning. Guess what? Another walk here as David Dahl gets walked, and now runner first base here, 2 outs for our man Carlos Gonzalez, but he gets sat down on the changeup. Now it ends off right there for the Dodgers. So trots Chad Qualls to go and pitch for the Rockies, is now we just gotta go and protect this lead and go and take this W in this home opener. But guess what? First batter strikes out there on the changeup out of the plate, and that's gonna go and just quickly end off right there for the Rockies. So Pedro Baez gonna go and pitch for the Dodgers, and guess what? Pedro Baez was on my Jays franchise mode for years though, so I kind of have an idea what Pedro Baez has. And Pedro, he's got some crazy stuff here. Strikes out Ian Desmond, going to start off this thing right there for the Dodgers. And guess what? Next matchup, swings and misses on that four-seam fastball on the corner there. That's Garneau sitting down there, back-to-back strikeouts. And now we have Mark Reynolds coming to go pitch it for our pitcher Chad Qualls, but Mark swings and misses on that slider down away on the bottom corner, and that one ends off right there for 3 strikeouts for our man Pedro Baez on the Dodgers. So Pedro Baez, tip my hat to you, great inning right there for the Dodgers. But now we have Mike Dunn coming out here to go and pitch for the Rockies. Now Chase Utley pinch hitting for the Dodgers, and Chase hits it right into center field. That drops for a base hit there for the Dodgers. So Chase gonna go and start off a rally for the Dodgers here in the sitting to go and get their lead back. But on the first year, 0-2 here for Puig. Puig sits down there on the slider by Dunn, and that's the first strike of the inning there for Mike Dunn in this inning. So Puig sits down, runner first year 1-0, but now we do have Corey Seager out here, but Corey hits it right to Dunn. We get the force out at second, but he cannot get Corey out at first to make it a runner up first year with 2 outs here in this inning for the Dodgers. So at least you get the force here at second, the best overall option there at that putt time. But now they pop this one high in the air into shallow left territory, and that is Blackman on the run, makes the catch to end off the inning right there for the Rockies on defense. So they have 9 hits, we have 5, but we get the lead here at 4-3 here, heading to the bottom of the 7th. And guess what? Leadoff walk here once again here by the Rockies in the 6th. LeMahieu going to first base here, as now we do have our man Nolan Arenado on, but Nolan swings and misses on that one, and now we're gonna go ahead to second base there on that wild pitch to make it runner on second base here, 0-1 here in the sitting for the Rockies. And now Nolan smacks the right fielder for a base hit here, runners on the corners once again here, the only one here in this inning. So outrots once again Trevor Story, hopefully making story time twice tonight for the kids. But guess what? Trevor sits down on that fastball right down the middle. We could have hit that one, but too fast for Story on that one, and that ends off the right there for the Rockies. So outrots, wild thing, Carlos Estevez, 1.93 ERA on the season. He's doing very well for us so far in the season, but this time Estevez is bobbled right to Estevez. Throws it first, gets the first out of the right there for the Rockies. So Estevez, I'm looking forward to a great overall season from him. He's young, he's got talent, and guess what? He strikes at the very next batter there, and it looks like Adrian Gonzalez sitting down there on that strikeout. But next matchup is it right to DJ LeMahieu, makes the catch right there, and that ends off the 1-2-3 inning right there for the Rockies. Adam Liberatore comes out for the Dodgers, just continuing this musical chairs of pitchers coming in and out for the Dodgers and the Rockies. But a 5.4 ERA on the season, he's alright, but we do have our man Cargo who swings and misses on that four-seam fastball high in the zone for the first strikeout of the right there for the Dodgers. So Ian Desmond, who swings and misses once again, a strikeout once again there for the Dodgers again. So back-to-back strikeouts there by the Dodgers. And next matchup, swings and misses, that's Garneau sitting down. So 3 strikeouts in a row there by the Dodgers, as they had some filthy stuff there in the relief pitchers today. Getting to the bottom of the 9th inning here for both teams, as Adam Ottavino, our closer, coming in to go and pitch for the Rockies to get the save. So 13.5 ERA. That was only, I believe, 1 save here on the season in 2 games, so hopefully Adam Ottavino holds us this save in this game. But first man up, swing is missing that 4-seam fastball, a heater right down the plate there, the first strike of thing right there. But next man up, swings and misses once again here, the 2-seamer sits him down, 2 strikes in a row here for Adam Ottavino in the 9th. So Adam Ottavino turning it up a bit as he strikes out back-to-back batters here, 4 strikes is down, and now 1 man up, Franklin Gutierrez for the Dodgers, trying to go and hit that solo shot to go and tie this one up in the 9th for the Dodgers and make it a tie ball game. But he sits down there on the cutter, down away, and that means the Rockies win this huge game for us, and that's the first home opener W for us in this franchise mode. So now it leaves us at a 3-2 record on the season, as they finally have an over 500 record after the first game. So anyway, I guess some steps are off here for the Rockies franchise mode. This game is pretty good for us. Story time, we saw our first story time of the season. I'll have to see that once more in the next overall few games. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.